to the Your Success Personally podcast with your host, yours truly, Vanessa G, where we will talk about success as defined by you. Here, we don't look at the playbook of others to bring you down. Instead, we are going to cover topics that pertain to how you, as an individual, can reach your goals and potential. Don't look at others to define your success. You create it. Your rules, your way, and how you get there. Are you ready? Let's go. Hello, and welcome back to the Your Success Personally podcast with your host, yours truly, Vanessa G. How are we doing today? It's fall. We are in the midst of fall. It's November 2020. We are still dealing with coronavirus. Many are still not in a work situation. Many children are still not back in school classrooms on a full-time basis. They may be heading for full remote again. The world is different. We've had an election. It's different out here in these United States streets. Can some of us admit that things are going to be and feel real different for a long time? It's true. It's true. It's true. And it feels uncomfortable. That's what we're talking about today, being uncomfortable. This feels like an appropriate conversation because we are very soon going to be facing significant temperature change, at least in my neck of the woods. The season is about to change again next month. The political climate is about to change, and our lives have been inexplicably different and will continue to be so during this pandemic and in the days ahead. And for sure, it might make you feel uncomfortable. Listen, about a year ago, I had a medical situation that required surgery and a period of recovery that, was more than just a couple of weeks. It was a stretch of time that required rest for me because the recovery came with a significant amount of pain. It was something I had to feel until the pain ran its course. I had to be uncomfortable during my healing process, and not just with the pain, but with my usual daily life being interrupted. I had to move slowly so as to not re-injure myself. I felt like I had to start over, and that too felt uncomfortable. Think about those you see who are out there living their dreams, who at some point or another had to experience discomfort. And trust me, discomfort happens to everybody. It is a universal thing, but many will not say that they feel this way. It is not the usual Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter post. Most people don't talk about being uncomfortable because most view it as being like failing, and heaven forbid anybody admits that they are failing or have failed. Not the look people want to portray here in 2020, right? There is discomfort in deciding whether or not to move forward. There is discomfort when that business or goal isn't showing the fruit of your labor. So here's a question. When has the prevailing culture determined that comfort at all times is the way to go. When did that happen? Because that's what we're dealing with now. I don't know when it happened that it seems that everything is supposed to be easy. Did that come with the invention of the microwave? I'm not sure. But when did the prevailing culture raise and lift up being comfortable as the thing? Not a true portrayal of reality, whether we like it or not. Discomfort is defined as being an experience of uneasiness, hardship, or mild pain or stress. And this can be mental, physical, emotional, or spiritual. Our culture today seems to numb us so much to the point where we don't tune in to the feelings of discomfort or are willing to be, or, allow us to be willing enough to be uncomfortable to get a breakthrough, right? Routines, right? We love our routines, may make us feel at ease and in control. But the routines can work against us because they tend to really dull our sensitivities. In so many ways, we have to allow ourselves to experience those things that do make us feel discomfort or uncomfortable so that we can grow. Some may think always being comfortable is a good thing. And somebody has thought that because, again, this is what's promoted in our culture today, or at least in the United States, it seems. Well, think about this. What happens to the baby who falls for the first time after attempting to take their first steps? Right? So typically babies do not know on the very first time how to walk. They may take a couple of steps, but they fall down. And what if when they do that, they fall down and their parents don't allow the baby to experience that fall again, right? Because they don't want the baby to be uncomfortable. Don't you know the baby will never learn to walk and develop if they do that? Listen, always being comfortable can be a hazard to your health. Don't let the present culture fool you. I'm not saying that being uncomfortable feels good, because it doesn't. Trust me, I know what being uncomfortable feels like. I don't like it. I don't like it. What I'm saying, is realistically, life doesn't feel good all the time. So we shouldn't expect comfort all the time. Even those who can afford the numerous comforts of life, they are not immune from feeling discomfort or uncomfortable. This is such an important topic because when some of you go out to attempt to live your best life, some will stop short because the process seems too hard. When you are ready to start your own business, what happens if you quit because there was some unexpected situation that made you feel uncomfortable? Well, what happens is that your dream will die because you don't want to deal with being uncomfortable. We all have to learn, if we want to move forward, to embrace this uncomfortable feeling and really embrace it. We need to understand that becoming more aware of yourself and your work through the feelings of uncertainty is a good thing as you look to do something new or to get a breakthrough. There is something about working through discomfort. It works to help clear your head of distractions, right? When you're dealing with feelings of being uncomfortable, get the other stuff out of your head so that you can understand what's going on. Sometimes being busy and trying to avoid discomfort blocks out the untapped reserve to help you ease the thing that's causing the discomfort. Once you have time to clear your head, you may come to understand what exactly is your issue that makes you uncomfortable. It could be a number of things, or it could be one thing in particular that keeps you uncomfortable and unable to move forward to your next level. If you are able to discover this, you may want to take some time to figure out what this means for you and what it may mean for what you're trying to achieve. Sometimes if we use what makes us uncomfortable, it can become what we need to push forward or see it as the indicator that change is coming. Change, or the fear of it, can be one of the worst underlying causes of discomfort. However, being able to see change as an opportunity and not as something to be avoided can help move one to greater success. Change can be exciting. And I think I'm going to, in the new year, devote an episode on change. And that probably will be a topic for discussion for my next profile in success as well, because change doesn't have to be bad. So think about it. If you allow yourself to be uncomfortable, it can be the catalyst to losing the last 10 pounds you've been trying to lose, to finish that work on getting your diploma or your degree. Feeling and dealing with your being uncomfortable can push you through to finish your book, launch your business, to live the life really that you've hoped for. Listen, I'm sounding upbeat because I really want to encourage you to deal with being uncomfortable. It is a fact of life. If anybody has lived in 2020, trust me, we have had some uncomfortable moments, and those moments have not yet finished. But that's okay. That's okay. Dealing with being uncomfortable, learning how to deal with being uncomfortable, is the thing that we're going to need to get to the other side. Understand that what you will achieve will be determined by what you're willing to feel. Learn to be okay with being uncomfortable. I hope this helps you, and till next time, take good care. Bye now. So, we've come to the end of our time together today. I hope our discussion was helpful to you. I wish you positive vibes and encourage you to do you as you climb the ladder of success. If you are feeling this episode, leave a comment. And if you are really loving this, please subscribe and join the success journey. For more encouragement along the way, follow me on Instagram or Twitter at Your Success Personally, and continue to listen wherever podcasts can be found. And remember, your success by your rules.